Okay, guys, back again. This is Bob. And this is just going to be a short video because, like an idiot, when I drew this, I forgot to start recording it. So all I have is kind of the finished sketch here. But, I did a video on Liefeld a while ago, and I had shown this picture here of some of the artwork from Captain America when Rob Liefeld was the artist. And maybe writer on it. And I'm not going to kid you, I never purchased any of those comics. Like, by that time, Rob Liefeld had put a bad taste in my mouth. And it just wasn't, if I saw his name on something, it was, I'm not going to get it. So it used to be the opposite. It was, oh, Rob Liefeld, let me give this a shot, right? There's some stuff I enjoy from him or whatever. But, you know, after what happened with Image Comics, forming Extreme Studios, or I'm sorry, Maximum Press, because like he was fired from Image, which is a company he founded. So that just it still blows my mind. But okay, then he goes over to or yeah, I mean, I guess it had to happen in that effect, right? Like he did Maximum Press first, then he went over to Marvel because they offered him for the Heroes Reborn thing or whatever. Uh, and he did Captain America. And I am sorry, but that was the worst of the Rob Liefeld art. Seriously, Captain America was the abso-fucking-loot worst, okay? Yes, I made that word up. You can use that, abso-fucking-loot. But I just don't get it because, I mean, I know. Again, when he was doing Youngblood, he had months between issue releases. So you're not getting an issue per month. That just was never going to happen, right? Even like by Image standards, Rob Liefeld was still amazingly late. But at least they gave him time to produce some artwork that was pretty good, right? And he was doing a lot of different things because I feel like it's hard to keep his interest on something if he's not excited about it, right? And his excitement comes from other people's excitement about it, okay? But what was weird was is he never lost his excitement for Captain America, even though like everybody else did. So like, I've heard two different stories, and of course you're always going to get two different stories when it comes to a Liefeld thing, okay? So Liefeld signs a contract with Marvel to do Captain America, and I believe the Avengers, okay? And then the sales aren't what it was supposed to be, so they ended up letting him go. But then, according to him on his podcast, it had nothing to do with the number of sales because the number of sales was still way better than it had been on Captain America. And while that may be, I mean, I don't know. But anyway, it was because there was a change of management, and that change of management, I don't know, was going to pay him less. And that doesn't sound like a thing that can happen with a contract, okay? Contractually, if your contract stated that you have to reach this certain number of comics sales per month, okay, or we're going to end the project. There we go. That makes sense. But if your contract states, oh, we're going to pay you this much for you to do this, and then they come back at you later on and they're like, we're going to pay you less, that doesn't seem like that's a thing that can happen. That doesn't seem like the way it could be. But I don't know. It's weird to me because from what I understand, Jim Lee came in and finished with like Homage Studios came in and finished off Rob Liefeld's run because Rob Liefeld quit, which, surprise, I don't know if anybody saw that coming. Rob Liefeld quit something again. It was, oh, shock. Never has there been somebody who's quit so many fucking projects ever in comics, ever. Except maybe like Alan Moore, but then Alan Moore does like finish a lot of his projects before leaving or whatever. But anyway, so he left, and then he still had a Captain America boner, so he was like still drawing Captain America, but like he did it by like using Fighting American for a while, which was a Jack Kirby creation, but then like he screwed over some of the Kirby family when doing that. So then he went and created I don't even know, American Agent, was that it may have been American Agent, I don't know. While I like the costume that character was wearing, Again, it was not a thing I read. It was not a thing I even saw in comic stores. I never walked in and saw that. Maybe I would have bought it just out of, uh, morbid curiosity to see like what the hell. But I never even saw the fucking Liefeld Captain Americas on the racks when I went into a comic shop. So maybe they were just all selling out like crazy. Maybe people didn't order enough. Maybe people didn't order it because of whatever. I don't know. I never heard anything good about it. But you see these articles written by people or whatever, and you see, or you just find these pictures online. And here was Captain America standing 4 feet above some other guy, and it is, without a doubt, the most ridiculous thing I've ever fucking seen, and I don't understand how anybody could look at it. How an editor for Marvel could look at it and say, we're going to run with it. We think it's okay. We're not going to tell Rob Liefeld to fucking erase anything, because if we do, he's probably going to fucking quit, okay? Because that's how he is with, like, abso-fucking-lutely anything, all right? So they let this travesty go. And again, where the fuck are they? Are they swimming in a pool of primordial America? What is that? It's the absence of anything. It is a wavy American flag behind them, because the colorist is like, well, I've got to fucking put something back there because it already looks ridiculous as hell. But you know what a sadder thing is too? Because like they're obviously using like computer coloring, right? They're digitally coloring this, okay? Photoshop existed. Somebody literally just could have, chose this small figure here or whatever and enlarged it so he was close to the same size as Captain America. So you can see the picture I drew next to it, right? Basically the same picture. And all I wanted to do was just like, I don't know, draw it the way I guess I would have drawn it. Captain America's still taller, still more imposing because he's a superhero. The shield is like the size the shield should be. The person he's talking to is just a few inches shorter, right? Even if we make that guy short, right? Like he's only going to be like a few inches shorter here because like, oh my God, it's insane. I just don't know what was going through somebody's head when they would draw this here. Was he like, I'm going to make this guy shorter so we can fit all the word bubbles above his head? I don't know. It was confusing. But anyway, like I said, I forgot to hit record when I was drawing it, so I just went ahead and drew. I even gave it a bit of a background because, again, I don't know where they are, but I just added it as like, oh, maybe they're in Washington, D.C. or something. And so I put like a little fence there, some tree branches and some bushes and shit like that, right? That's it. And it's the same picture. I have them basically kind of looking eye to eye, so like Captain America's head is looking down at this guy, because in Liefeld's picture, the guy's looking up at Captain America, but Captain America's looking at something completely different. This guy's so short that when he's talking, Captain America's like looking forward. He's like, who the fuck is saying this? Because I don't even see anybody, okay? I don't see this 3-foot guy before me, because I tower over him so much because I'm Captain America. And as we all know, Captain America was always 9 feet tall, okay? I don't know, why they didn't do that in the Marvel movies. They didn't portray Chris Evans as a 9-foot tall person. Captain America was just a few inches shorter than Incredible Hulk. So, like, I don't know why nobody knew that to begin with. So, Liefeld was trying to be comics accurate, I guess, by doing that. I don't know. Anyway, you guys know I'm fucking joking with this, but there you go. So I just wanted to make a short video showing this because, again, I just think it's ridiculous. This picture that I sketched probably took about less than a half hour. Seriously, it was less than a half hour because I wasn't even putting much time into it. But there's my rendition of the same picture. And even adding cheap backgrounds. Like what I did was incredibly cheap. I did not go out of my way to do anything. It was 7 minutes of backgrounds that I invested in this. So there you go. So I just wanted to make a short video about that, showing you that. All right. So again, guys, I'm not doing this one for any likes or anything like that. This is just, something I get to kind of vent about or whatever because, again, I'm just disgusted at the level of I don't give a fuck by Liefeld and all the money he made. I mean, he got a $3 million signing bonus to do this fucking image of Captain America. That's whatever. Okay. All right, guys. So until next time.